Good morning, everyone. I'm Steve Sansone, Parks Commissioner for the City of Yonkers, here with my deputy, Lisa McKay, and welcome to a new addition to our park system. A creative design, a picture-perfect transformation that could be on the cover of a magazine, thanks to the genius and kindness of architect, developer, and all-around nice guy, Martin Ginsburg. This is totally majestic, and we are grateful and in awe. This land was once a hill in distress, weeds and inaccessible. Now it is a staircase of beautiful landscaping, sculptures, seating, a viewing area, and a connection to the old Croton Aqueduct. It is fitting that we open this park the day before Earth Day so that the community can enjoy this space filled with yucca, rhododendron, pansies, and an assortment of perennials and annuals. For the first time in decades, the Parks Department is transforming more parks throughout the city, ingesting creativity, wellness, and restoration, thanks to the vision of our mayor with the assistance of the entire city council. This park is a new addition which will bring our count to 81 parks in the third largest city in New York State. So it's a very, very exciting time for Parks and Recreation in the city of Yonkers. Thanks to our mayor, Mike Spano. Please welcome him.
Wow, thank you, Commissioner Sansone, and good afternoon, everyone. It's so good to be here with all of you, especially our council president and our majority leader and members of the city council. Also, I looked in the crowd, I saw a former councilman, former majority leader, Mike Sabatino, who was very much a part of making this happen when he was on the council. So, you know, but this is what happens when you're out, right? One day it'll happen to all of us, but it is great to be here and to think about the expansion of our park system in a world that's somewhat crazy, in a post-pandemic, when we're discussing things like equity and mental health, and all these issues are coming up and rolling on us fast and furious. We know, especially in communities like Yonkers, where there's just a tremendous number of people in such a small plot of land, that we can take this little piece of property, right? And I remember when we decided to push away from the development part and to say it's time that as we do all these wonderful developments, but it's time that we actually put some more open space into this community. And a lot of people looked at us and said, "You're crazy. It's the side of a mountain. What are you going to do with it?" But all right, so now you guys are looking at it. What do we do with it? It's absolutely beautiful. It should be in a magazine, and I have no doubt in my mind, Marty, that this will be in a magazine at some point. Better Homes and Gardens, somebody better call them up so you come take a picture of this. This is what you call reimagining our city, reimagining our parks, and making sure that that in a community as wonderful as ours, that we are doing the right thing for all and our environment, because that property is going to do a lot to to lower the carbon footprint as well. And so it's not just a great place to walk, to sit, to have a little breakfast, or have a little lunch or dinner, not after dark, but to go walk those steps and use the 26-mile Croton Aqueduct. And I know we have Steve here from OCA. So use it, enjoy it. We don't get lots of moments in a city with just not a lot of property to where we can actually point to the expansion of our parks. You know, we have another park that we're going to be talking about soon, but we'll talk about that later. But that's at the foot of Ludlow, right on the Hudson River. 3 acres we got, guys. 3 acres, and that will become 82, and part of our expansion. So, again, thank you to Martin Ginsburg. Martin Ginsburg has been a developer here in Yonkers since 1969, and he's built some beautiful buildings, some beautiful structures. You're looking at them, and he's been a visionary, somebody who has really believed in Yonkers because he was willing to make investments here, and So I want to say thank you, and thank you for partnering with us. This was a partnership that we have with Martin Ginsburg Development to make this park. And this is something that we're able to give back to the community. And so for that, let me just say thank you to Martin Ginsburg, really, and Ginsburg Development and his entire crew working to make this happen. With that, I think I spoke long enough, but as you can tell, I'm super excited about this, and I couldn't feel, really, you can't feel any better than to see this happen in our city. So I'll turn it back to Steve Sansone for the other speakers. Nice to see all of you.
Thank you, Mayor. Founder and principal of Ginsburg Development Company, first and foremost, a talented architect, as you can see from this creation, Martin Ginsburg has won numerous design and community planning awards. He has 60 years of experience in marketing leadership, building many of the region's successful and recognized luxury developments. In 2020, 2021, and 2022, Westchester Magazine voted GDC as the county's best luxury developer and Rivertides as the best rental building. Great accomplishment. He is dedicated to his customers and prides himself as building communities and relationships, which is what has transpired here today. We're grateful for his impact on our park system. He has not only transformed this hill into an attractive recreation space, but is also working closely with us on improvements to O'Boyle Park in Southwest Yonkers. Thank you for recognizing the needs of the community and the park system. Only Martin Ginsburg could reimagine this. Everyone, please put your hands together for Martin Ginsburg.
Well, thank you. It's been a while since I started in this business, and one of the things that when we started, we really didn't have any money, and so when we started building homes, we only could build on the lots that nobody else wanted to build on. So we learned how to build on steep, rocky sites. And, you know, just a little bit to the north, you can see that stone wall that we built there. Mm-hmm. So we were building with rocks and stone walls and boulders, and we have, it's part of our nature now. So if even if we have a level site, we import some rocks and boulders. And makes us feel at home. This is really my neighborhood. We built the Esplanade condominium here in the 1960s, and we moved in. And strangely enough, after moving into a condominium I built, they actually elected me head of the condominium to manage, not to manage it, but to be the head of the homeowners. And after we moved out of here, we moved into Dobbs Ferry, another condominium I built, and Irene got nominated to be the head of it. They learned who the talent is. So we have really committed to Yonkers, and I have to say, I still feel I have a lot of things I want to do in Yonkers and in a lot of other communities. But the awards that are most important to me are awards that are given to the communities that I may have advanced to a point where they got awards. And I am very proud that 3 communities that had poor downtowns achieved downtown revitalization awards from the state, and that's Ossining, Haverstraw, and Peekskill. The last 3 awards. And I take those as my awards. And I'm still working on that. And I was really surprised that I did get another award from Pace University, for a Changemaker Award. And that is another thing. But I really have, my most important thing is to complete the projects that I'm trying to do now. And if you keep giving me awards and projects, then I can't really do too much. And as far as, I always thought that parks are named after people who are dead. I want you to know I'm still here and I'm still trying. And I still have a lot of work to do. And I appreciate the honor that they are giving me, and I recognize it as something that not everybody gets. And I do want to get back and complete work that I'm trying to do in Yonkers down in Ludlow. It's a challenge, but I really think there are opportunities there to make a difference. The mayor mentioned the potential for a park on the waterfront there, and I would like to play a role in that too. And I'm going to, I actually want to make a connection with a park that's a stretch that I'm trying to do in the village of Haverstraw that could help develop into the water a little bit on the waterfront down in Ludlow. And that part of the plans that I'm trying to push myself into getting involved in that plan. And I think the parks are working hard on that, but I want to be involved in that too. Anyway, I guess I just appreciate an awful lot this honor, and I welcome you all. We're going to have some refreshments in the our Rivertide's game party room, and that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Martin. And let's have a big round of applause to the other part of his team. His wife, Irene, is here. And we have three special individuals that want to say give us some words of wisdom. And we're going to start off with our council president, Lakeisha Collins-Bellamy.
Good morning, everyone. I actually live right down the street. I could have walked here, but I did not. And I pass this park, was now a park, every day as I drive my son to school. So I recall it being a huge rock, an eyesore as you drive up Warburton Avenue. I've lived on Warburton my entire life. To see this park come to be is nothing short of amazing. So I want to thank our mayor, our parks commissioner and deputy commissioner, and our city council, and also Mr. Martin Ginsburg for your insight, for your vision, for not allowing a stone wall to be an obstacle, for turning this wall into beauty. And I look forward to hiking all those stairs one day, maybe not today. But enjoy this park. That's what we are here for, to give back to the community. So I'm happy to be able to be a part of this here today and enjoy. And thank you again for all your contributions, Mr. Ginsburg.
And another great supporter of our park system, please welcome our majority leader on the city council, Tasha Diaz.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. I see a lot of my RCCY constituents. Hello, how are you? Bart, and I see you, Howard. How are you? You owe me a serenade. So I'm honored to be here today. Why? Because when I became the council person of this district, I worked side by side with Michael Sabatino. He was the former council person of the district. We worked together to ensure that this went on. I would never know that this was something that was promised to you guys, right? So Michael Sabatino, let's give him a round of applause because he worked side by side with me during the transitional phase to make sure that this happened. I also want to thank Martin Ginsburg, because a lot of people say, oh, developers come here and they don't give back. This right here shows that they do give back. They do care when they come to Yonkers. Parks are for people, and we want to continue to build up Yonkers. During COVID, a lot of people wanted to know what we as the administration and the city council did. This is what we were doing. We were beautifying Yonkers to ensure when Yonkers opened back up, it would open back up for the entire community. So I'm honored to be able to stand here, and I'm honored to work with colleagues such as the city council president, such as my mayor, our mayor, Mayor Mike Spano, and the rest of my city council. Why? Because working together, whether it be in a bipartisanship, this is how things get done. So we want to continue to move Yonkers forward. Thank you, Mr. Ginsburg. We will be calling on you for that waterfront park and any other parks you want to revitalize in Yonkers, because we do not turn down funding. Thank you. And I don't want to forget Andy. Andy, I know I chewed your ear off about this. I don't know if you're here, but thank you, because he took those late night calls from me when I said, Pam Todd is calling me and we have to get this done. So thank you, Pam Todd. Thank you. You know we work side by side on this, but this is what Yonkers is doing. We're bringing communities together for the better. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Tasha. Everyone, please welcome a minority leader on the City Council, Mike Breen.
Thank you, Steve. Good morning, everyone. I'm from the other side of town, but I'm over here to see this beautiful park. You know the saying, Yonkers, a city of hills. Even the parks are on hills. And I'm happy to be here. I know we're getting some parks done on my side of the city, but I'm happy to see we're getting parks done over here. This is a beautiful, beautiful park. And anybody who's running for office that has to go door to door, we're going to work these steps, because at any house in Yonkers, you'll go up any steps if you can get to the top of that hill. So I'm happy to be here. This is a beautiful park, and have a nice day.
Thank you. There are some other individuals that have taken time out of their busy schedule to join us this morning in no particular order. I just want to acknowledge that they're here with us. Of course, we have our Deputy Mayor, Anthony Landy, is here. And we have the President and CEO of the Industrial Development Agency, Mr. Jim Kavanaugh. But also thank and grateful to the leadership of the engineering department, working so closely with the Ginsburg contractors and all the folks that are here. That's Paul Summerfield and his team, and Vinnie Massaro in the back as well. I want to give special thanks to the GDC, to Andy Maniglia and to Jim Sertival. Thank you for working with us. Okay, we have with us also on the City Council, Shanae Williams. From the Parks Board, former City Council President Chuck Lesnick. Our Chief of Staff, Denise Igiziaco. How are you, Denise? There you are. We have our former mayor, Jerry Law. He lives here. And we have our partner, Steve Oakes, who's historic site manager for the old Croton Aqueduct from New York State. Where are you, Steve? And we're going to be doing some work together tomorrow with the community on the aqueduct. Who have I forgotten? Forgot everybody? How am I doing? I don't want to get in trouble here.
I got Lisa doing good. Already mentioned, I'm good. You got the Deputy Commissioner.
Deputy Commissioner, of course, again, Lisa McKay, my partner. Okay. So I think it's time to gather around, and we're going to gather around the sign, okay?